Charlie Day on a new Jimmy Kimmel Live later tonight.
Now, Southern California's news leader, ABC-7 Eyewitness News.
Purple and gold bleeding into Dodger blue. The Buss family agreeing to sell the Lakers for a record-breaking $10 billion after nearly 50 years of ownership. Dodger chairman Mark Walter in line to be the next owner of one of the world's most historic sports teams. The stunning deal set to end the longest ownership of any current NBA franchise. Walter's recent success as owner of the Dodgers leading to excitement for the Laker faithful. Jory Rand joining us live now from Dodger Stadium. Jory, has it sunk in for the fans out there?
For some of them, for others, it still feels like a dream as they file out of Dodger Stadium after a thrilling walk-off win over San Diego. But on this night, as you mentioned, Dodger fans have more than one reason to celebrate.
Sends one the other way, this time back towards the wall. It is gone!
The Dodgers celebrated a win tonight and a new sibling of sorts. The Lakers, owned by the Buss family since 1979, are being sold to the owner of the Dodgers for a reported $10 billion, the highest ever paid for a sports franchise.
Congratulations, $10 billion is a lot of money!
Dodger fans leaving tonight's walk-off win over the Padres felt like they had hit the sports jackpot.
Dodgers owner knows how to make a good team. Yes. So let's make the Lakers great again.
He's proved it with the Dodgers. Now he's going to prove it with the Lakers.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Mark Walter bought the Dodgers in 2012 and has seen the team win 12 division titles, 4 National League pennants, and 2 World Series, but still a long way to go to reach the 10 NBA championships the Lakers won under Jeanie Buss and his daughter Jeanie, who will remain a minority owner and maintain control of the team.
I think it's a very exciting day for the Lakers, for the city of Los Angeles, and I think that speaking from a Dodger employee, he's very competitive and he's going to do everything he can to produce a championship caliber team every single year.
Still, it is the end of an era, one that helped change the NBA and the sports landscape in LA.
So it was a beginning of like Showtime, beginning of sports and entertainment, that marriage.
Jeanie Buss is going to be in control, and with that much money, it's powerful. Go Dodgers, go Lakers.
That's an 11-digit purchase, $10 billion. This wasn't always a basketball town. When the Lakers moved from Minneapolis in 1960, they won 1 championship until Jeanie Buss bought the team. 10 championships later, the Lakers are the pinnacle of the league and now the pinnacle of sports sales. Reporting live outside Dodger Stadium, Jory Rand, ABC-7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Jory, thank you. New at 11 o'clock, a local family torn apart after a mother and her 9-year-old daughter were detained during an immigration appointment here in L.A. Ana Gabriela Diaz is now locked up at a detention center in Texas, along with her 9-year-old daughter, as her American husband cares for their 16-month-old child here in L.A. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo spoke to Roberto Gutierrez tonight. He joins us live from downtown L.A. with more. Tim.
And Mark, this wasn't some ICE raid that happened at a business, a car wash, or a farm where people are physically running away. This family was trying to do the right thing. They were asked to come down to the federal building here behind me, and they did just that. But only half the family got to go home. A once happy baby who is far too young to understand why her mother is no longer home.
She starts screaming, mom, and there's nothing I can do.
This 16-month-old's mom, Ana Gabriela Diaz, and her 9-year-old half-sister were detained by ICE 2 weeks ago. Ana was still breastfeeding, one of the many sudden and drastic changes for this Southgate family.
She keeps on looking for her mom, and she doesn't want the baby bottle. She doesn't want nothing like that, so she'll just start pulling tantrums.
4 years ago, Ana came to the U.S. with her oldest daughter, seeking asylum from El Salvador. It was denied. They stayed anyway, but not in the shadows. Over the years, even after a deportation order, she had frequent check-ins with immigration.
She was reporting, they knew exactly where she lived. They knew, okay, you could come to the next check-in, and then she would appear. So, I mean, it's only the right thing to give us a chance.
That chance, according to her husband, Roberto Gutierrez, an American citizen, came after they got married and had a baby in 2024. Last year, they filed for a family petition, which is still pending. Then in early June, Ana was asked to come to the federal courthouse for an unscheduled check-in.
Once he told us that they were going to have to be detained, they pretty much gave us like 30 seconds to say goodbye.
And with that, this happy family of 4 became 2 separate single parents. Mom and oldest daughter quickly sent to a family detention center in Texas.
Oh, man, it's horrible. They're They're depressed.
Gutierrez can't call them, so he keeps his phone close. And we were there when she called to say goodnight.
Yeah, she says that basically, in the overall, the 2 weeks that, I mean, they're bad, you know, because they just want to get out of there.
A husband and wife, now 1,400 miles apart, both trying to keep it together for their daughter's sake.
I tell her that she's watching you, so if she sees you depressed or something, she's going to fall into that too. So she tries to stay as strong as she can, so just for her sake, you know.
And Gutierrez says deportation likely the only option at this point, mostly because they don't want their 9-year-old to have to spend weeks, if not months, at that family detention center. In fact, they've ordered a passport for that little one, so if the family has to be together, it might as well, at this point, be in El Salvador. We're live tonight in downtown Los Angeles. Tim Caputo, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
So many stories just like this, Tim. Thank you. Pasadena was the target city today for several ICE raids, including the intersection of Los Robles Avenue and Orange Grove Boulevard. And tonight at that intersection, an estimated 150 people showed up for a vigil to denounce the raids. They also wanted to show support for community residents who've been detained. During today's raids, people began taking photos of the license plates of unmarked cars, eventually leading to this, an agent pulling out his gun. Cameras caught the action from multiple angles on Orange Grove Boulevard. Also video here showing an agent taking at least 2 people into custody at a bus stop outside of Winchell's Donut Shop. In downtown L.A., several faith groups came together tonight on the eve of Juneteenth to stand against immigration raids and call for unity. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam was there as they conducted a prayer walk to the federal building where undocumented migrants have been detained.
They marched downtown in solidarity. Christians, Muslims, and Jews all calling for an end to the ICE raids across L.A. County. It's where we met Sarah Berg, the 21-year-old attending the rally in support of friends affected by the raids.
I am lucky to be privileged enough to not directly be affected by it, so I want to use that privilege in a positive way to help others.
The group walked nearly a quarter-mile to the federal building where suspected undocumented immigrants have been detained. Each person laying flowers at the site as a symbol of peace. Wednesday's demonstration was a stark contrast from the violent clashes we witnessed between protesters and law enforcement last week, just as the Trump administration remains steadfast on its immigration and deportation policy.
Horror and disgust and anger and deep sadness at how we're just tearing communities apart.
This interfaith rally and march happening on the eve of Juneteenth, a federal holiday where Americans pause, reflect, and celebrate the end of chattel slavery. Organizers say that connection was intentional.
It was a big step forward for this country towards human dignity and towards the treatment of every human being as sacred. And we believe these crises of raids and family separation are deeply intertwined into other crises taking place across our country.
The group hopes their effort raises awareness and compassion for the families impacted by these raids. Tim Pulliam, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Todd Lyons is the acting director of the Department of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. We've been asking for weeks to interview him about the raids taking place here in Southern California. Today, I was able to ask him some questions about what his agents are doing, how they're doing it, and where they're taking the people who are being detained. ICE agents have arrested more than 1,000 people in Southern California since last Friday, says the agency's interim director, Todd Lyons. The Trump administration is reportedly giving ICE a nationwide target of 3,000 arrests a day.
I would say that like anything, it's a goal, but we're more focused on our achievements of being able to highlight what we're exactly doing daily when it comes to the worst of the worst.
The worst of the worst. The administration saying this is an effort to rid the country of violent criminals who shouldn't be here. But ICE's tactics are calling that into question.
We are seeing ICE agents chasing farm workers. We are seeing ICE agents at Home Depot parking lots, car washes, restaurants. Are these violent people?
I can tell you that under this administration, the entire portfolio of immigration and customs enforcement is open. We no longer turn a blind eye to someone just here in the country illegally.
Lyons didn't provide numbers, but the agency's own data shows fewer than 10% of the immigrants they're taken into custody have serious or violent criminal convictions. The rest have either immigration or traffic violations.
Hey, what the is wrong with you guys? Look.
No word from ICE on whether there were any violent felons at this raid in Pico Rivera yesterday. ICE agents and Border Patrol officers carrying assault rifles and wearing face masks, arresting day laborers, a grocery store janitor, and the driver of a taco truck. I asked Director Lyons why his agents cover their faces. He says it's for their safety.
When their addresses are being posted, when there's online death threats against their wives, children, I'm not going to stand for that. And if covering their faces is one way to do it, then absolutely.
And what about the people who are detained? Families of detainees unable to reach them in many cases, asking where they've been sent.
One of our main detention sites is up in Adelanto, California. However, that's almost at capacity, so we have to rely on other areas and other detention centers where we can place individuals.
So is anybody from Southern California being taken out of state?
I don't have that data in front of me, but I can get that as a get back for you.
That's a crucial question. Many detainees and their families saying their loved ones have been moved to places like Texas, where it's harder to get support from loved ones or lawyers. Director Lyons said he would give us the answer to that question, and when he does, we will pass it along to you. A shocking development as two robbery homicides years apart are now tied to the same alleged killer. Eric Escamilla was arrested last month for the murder of a 53-year-old man inside a Valley Village apartment in April. He reportedly broke in through a skylight and stabbed the victim to death with a screwdriver. An item of evidence now links Escamilla to the unsolved 2022 murder of an 81-year-old in Woodland Hills, according to the LAPD. He allegedly broke into her residence, brutally killed her, and then set the building on fire. Escamilla is set to be in court next Wednesday. Tonight, is the United States a step closer to attacking Iran? President Trump has convened his top national security advisors for the second time in 2 days. Intelligence sources telling ABC News the president is weighing whether to launch a military strike against Iran's most protected nuclear site, buried deep beneath a mountain. ABC News has learned the president has reviewed detailed strike options, telling senior advisors he supports the planning but has not yet made the call. Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter live in our newsroom with more. Leanne.
Mark, will he or won't he? That is what so many are wondering as the world waits and watches to see if President Trump launches a military strike against Iran. And tonight we are learning that there has been a major hit on the largest hospital in southern Israel as the conflict between the two countries continues to escalate. President Trump once again meeting with his national security team, saying he's not looking for a fight with Iran, but is ready to act if necessary. Sources telling ABC News Trump has reviewed detailed strike options and is growing more comfortable with the idea of ordering a military strike on Iran's Fordow nuclear facility, buried 300 feet deep under a mountain.
I may do it, I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. I can tell you this, that Iran's got a lot of trouble.
Potential U.S. strike coming as Israel intensifies its attacks on Iran. A massive plume of smoke seen billowing near Tehran. The IDF says it struck at least 60 targets today, including nuclear facilities, missile manufacturing sites, and military bases. President Trump has demanded Iran's unconditional surrender, but Iran's supreme leader isn't backing down, saying his country will not bow to Trump's call and warning the U.S. would suffer, quote, irreparable damage if it takes military action against Iran. And tonight, the U.S. has deployed more fighter jets and ships to the Middle East to help protect the 40,000 U.S. troops in that area that would be vulnerable if the U.S. carries out a strike and Iran retaliates. Live in the newsroom, Leanne Suter, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Leanne, thank you. Still ahead, a woman found alive after she was missing for days. How rescuers were able to find her in this remote area in the Arizona wilderness near Sedona. And Mexico bracing for Hurricane Eric to make landfall in just hours.
Our hottest weather is coming to an end. The marine layer is starting to roll in. The forecast is next.
We are Eyewitness News, Southern California's news leader.
At AAA, the most important thing is family. Join our family and discover auto coverage that's as individual as you are, priced just right for your journey. Call 844-AAA Insurance or visit AAA.com for an auto insurance quote today.
Show me a little wrath. All right, then. Come on.
If we're ever going to win against monsters, I think we need to start acting human.
But not like this!
Something big's about to go down.
I called Morgan & Morgan. You pick up a telephone, you feel like you have a friend that understands.
They really are for everyone that they represent. They take us in as family.
My experience was very personal. My attorney was right there every step of the way. I felt like she was really concerned about me.
The team I had was like family. We kind of became friends.
They're the biggest injury law firm, but they're also like family, and they're just doggone nice.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Ensuring life's journey and experiences along the way. AAA, we're always with you.
This parade, this celebration, this community, it's all about resilience. I'm so happy to be here.
And people being divided, this is an opportunity to accept everybody no matter what. It's great to have this here and to be part of it.
The people and the community that it represents, it's all about love and joy.
Thank you for celebrating with us. Together we thrive with pride. ABC-7, thank you! The LA Pride Parade, now streaming on ABC-7.
Right now, it's Southern California's news leader with Mark Brown, Rob Fukasaki with sports, and Chief Meteorologist Dallas Raines. Now, ABC-7 Eyewitness News.
A family calling it a miracle tonight. A missing woman found alive in an area known as the Edge of the World. Janelle Banda was missing for 3 days in the Arizona wilderness near Sedona. Someone searching for her by rappelling finally located her at the bottom of a canyon. The 32-year-old was camping with her dad when she took a walk Friday night and didn't return. Banda was dehydrated and had some minor injuries. Rescuers airlifted her to a hospital where she's being treated. A dangerous storm surge along Mexico's southern coast. Hurricane Eric bringing strong winds with the potential of life-threatening floods and mudslides. That storm rapidly intensifying into a Category 4 hurricane in a matter of hours. It's expected to make landfall very shortly. Dallas Raines tracking that hurricane now and the rest of our AccuWeather forecast. Dallas.
That's right, Mark. I've been watching Eric this afternoon, and boy, it intensified very quickly. Now, it's right at the shoreline tonight, but it is a Category 4 with winds of 145 miles per hour. That will move on shore tonight. A lot of heavy rain, already between 3 and 5 inches of rain. Looks like the brunt of the storm will miss Acapulco, but they will still get tropical storm force winds. Now let's look at Southern California. We're looking at the water vapor tonight. You can see the center of this big high pressure causing all the heat in the southwest. It's moving slowly to the east over the past 12 hours. If you look at the imagery here, you can see everything's kind of shifting a little bit to the east, and that's because in response to a powerful area of low pressure for this time of the year coming down out of the Gulf of Alaska. Now, this low is going to make its way over Portland on Saturday, producing rain and temperatures in the 50s in Portland, so big changes there. But it's going to be big enough that the cool air will start coming into California, including Southern California. And by the way, surfers, that is a swell that was generated yesterday. Now let's take a look at the difference between hurricanes and typhoons. In the Atlantic and Gulf, the hurricanes, once they cross the international date line here, all of these storms are called typhoons. That can hit Japan, of course, Taiwan, China, but these storms are exactly the same type of tropical cyclone. We just renamed them as typhoons as they cross that international date line. Today's high, Woodland Hills was 100, Riverside 99. That's actually a cooling trend for today. It was 102 yesterday at Woodland Hills, but hang on, much cooler weather is coming. Big Bear today was 87. Tomorrow morning, the first time in several days, we've seen a Catalina eddy spinning up. Therefore, I'm going to take some of the rain clouds all the way from Carson into downtown, almost to Burbank, not quite, and then that burns off during the day, so I'm not looking for a super cool down tomorrow, but things will get a lot better as we head into the weekend. A lot of sunshine tomorrow, but as I mentioned, a little bit cooler weather. Riverside 94, I like that. That's a cool down. Not much change in Palm Springs, so they were 114 today. 83 down at Irvine if you're in Orange County. Right along the coastal area, no worries at all. Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach, about 72, 73. Out in Pasadena tomorrow, 89. And up in the Santa Clarita area, we'll go with 95 degrees for an afternoon high. Oxnard still looks good. Time to roll the 7. And here it is. So tomorrow is a warm day, but cooler than today. And then for the first day of summer, it's 78 degrees. And the marine layer clouds will be all over the place this weekend, including the valley, 75, 76. That's downtown. The next couple of days, Monday, Tuesday, beyond that, no really hot weather coming. In the valley areas, another really warm day tomorrow with patchy fog. And then the marine layer comes rolling in on Friday. And by Saturday, it's cloudy on Saturday and Sunday with some afternoon sunshine and much, much cooler temperatures. Also, it's going to be cooler at night. Now, the beaches, 2 to 4 tomorrow on the surf. However, by the weekend, that northwest swell surfers will be coming in, maybe 3 to 5. A lot of clouds around at the beach on Saturday as temperatures only in the mid-60s, maybe even patchy drizzle. Saturday, then Sunday, marine layer clouds lasting through next week. In the mountain areas, it's a warm day tomorrow, then starting to cool Friday. Look at this on my forecast. By Sunday night, dropping to 35 degrees at Big Bear Lake with a high of only 69 Saturday, 72 Sunday. So cooler weather's coming. It will be gusty this weekend along the lakes, Arrowhead and Big Bear, so prepare for that, boaters. In the desert areas, still hot tomorrow, but down just a little bit, and then noticeably cooler Friday. And then by the weekend, other than the gusty winds, Mark, out in the desert areas, high desert low to mid-80s, that looks good. And Palm Springs down to 101, 102, and that will be a big relief.
Wow, cold snap in Palm Springs. Dallas, thank you.
Okay.
We have more news straight ahead, including today's Feed SoCal effort and how you can still help.
New tonight.
In downtown Los Angeles, Trump's ordered 2,000 more National Guardsmen. We already have thousands of people here with nothing to do. They're called actors, okay?
With Charlie Day, Jeff Ross, and Pixies. New Kimmel tonight on ABC.
I drive a Toyota Tacoma. I really enjoy the way it handles, the responsiveness of the truck.
Lease a new Tacoma 4x4 for just $299 a month. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Accidents happen, but getting justice shouldn't be a struggle. For over 50 years, we fought for people like you, winning cases and changing lives. If we don't win, you don't pay. Call the offices of Larry H. Parker today. We'll fight for you.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $11,000 on this Sierra 1500 model. We are professional grade.
For grads, birthdays, or just Tuesdays, BJ's $13 Pizookie meal deal is something to celebrate. With 8 great brewhouse entrees, plus a free personal Pizookie dessert. Just $13. That's cause for celebration. The BJ's way.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel and Palms Casino Resort Las Vegas invite you to compete in the $1.5 million slot tournament. Play in May and June to advance to the June 28th finale for a chance to win your share of $1.5 million. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
This is what Bill calls home, and this is what Janice calls office. And by day, it's the home office. But sometimes, it's the guest room. California Closets designed this space with purpose by listening to Janice and to Bill, whose parents sleep here when they're in town visiting, from here. This is a stapler. Nobody wants to look at a stapler. This is where it goes. This is where Janice gets her energy. This is where Bill gets his. This is Janice's home office, and Bill's, and the guest room. This is who helped make it happen. Schedule your free design consultation now.
A brand new exhibition
featuring one of the earliest known copies of the Old Testament, alongside hundreds of ancient treasures. A collection never before on display. The Dead Sea Scrolls, open now at the Reagan Library.
Toyota's summer drive is on. Drive home a fuel-efficient new Corolla Cross SUV for only $299 a month. Just $299 a month. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
It's hard and it's brutal, and that's what makes it special.
This year's Feed SoCal campaign is in full swing. Today, ABC7 was out at 2 Stater Brothers locations collecting your donations. Our Leticia Juarez was in Ontario, that spot collecting more than 360,000 meals. In Pasadena, our Leo Stallworth was there, that location receiving more than 283,000 meals, along with more than 2,400 meals donated through text. The grand total today was 646,509 meals donated to local families in need. Now, this Friday, we'll be at Stater Brothers Markets in Simi Valley and Fountain Valley from 1:30 to 6:30 p.m. You can also donate online at abc7.com/feedsocal. A big ABC7 thank you to everyone who has pitched in so far. Rob Fukuzaki has tonight's sports. That's next.
Watch your back, Jack. The real sourdough star is back at Carl's Jr. A burger that's way outside the box. Get a sourdough star at a not-so-jacked-up price. Just $6.99.
Now's the time for a great deal on the new Honda. It's time for a different kind of power. Whether you choose an electric Honda or a hybrid, from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 0.99% APR on a 2025 Prologue.
And now a serious word from our consultant.
How on earth do you talk about all the serious fun in a season pass in 30 seconds? Deep breath. It's montage time. Rides, funnel cakes, giant plushies. Ooh, that looks refreshing. Upside down loops, coaster hair flying all over the place. Ice cream, more funnel cakes. This is what you might call it. Unlimited games, unlimited family time, unlimited parking, unlimited rides, unlimited fun. Wait, did I even say funnel cake?
Six Flags. We're serious about fun.
Oh, we did.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. But when you've won it all 7 times, the trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time Motor Trend Truck of the Year winner.
Get employee pricing plus $7,500 total cash allowance on select 2025 Ram 1500 models in dealer stock. Or well-qualified current FCA lessees can lease Ram 1500 for $389 a month.
Let freedom ring with explosive savings at Jerome's 4th of July clearance event. Save up to 60% on clearance merchandise store-wide. Transform your living room with incredible seating deals. Save $1,000 on this luxurious sofa chaise with feather and down seating, now just $9.99. Or get these 2 comfortable gliding recliners for only $4.98. Plus, furnish your whole home with up to 60 months no interest financing. Head to Jerome's 4th of July clearance, going on now.
Jerome's. At Carl's Jr., late birds get the bag. After 8 p.m. for $5.99, get a Cali Classic single, fries plus chicken stars. Or spicy chicken sandwich, onion rings plus chicken stars. Or mix it up, just $5.99. Build your own bag only at Carl's Jr.
Daz Band and the Delphonics, live August 9th. Get tickets now. Morongo!
It's time for the Sports Report, presented by Spectrum.
Well, we got the big Lakers story, we got a big Dodger story, and it's all related. It's fun.
All intertwined here, Mark Brown. It seems like the Dodgers and the Lakers have always been linked together. Back in 1988, both teams won championships. The first time a city had won both an NBA and World Series championships. The 2 teams repeated it again in 2020. Now they are truly linked through their ownership. The Buss family entering into an agreement to sell their majority share in the Lakers to Mark Walter, the Dodgers' primary owner and chairman of the Dodgers, for $10 billion. In 1979, Dr. Jeanie Buss bought the team from Jack Kent Cooke for $67.5 million a deal. That included the LA Kings and the Forum. The Buss family will keep a minority stake in the team, just over 15%. Jeanie Buss will continue to be the governor of the team. But don't expect Shohei to be in purple and gold.
Right. Yes, that's my message. Hands off of Shohei. Yeah, they got enough superstars wearing the purple and gold. Yeah, leave him alone. I think Hachimura is taking care of the Japanese side of things. He's got that. We'll have Shohei on the baseball side.
Now to the Ravine Dodgers and the Padres. No beanballs tonight, but Emmett Sheehan back on the mound, missing all of last season after a UCL surgery. He went 4 innings, giving up a run. 3 hits, 6 strikeouts on 65 pitches. Jason Robleski pitched 4 good innings, but in the 8th inning, the Padres assisted by an error with 2 men on. Xander Bogaerts' double brings in the 2nd run of the inning. Only 1 earned, ties the game at 3. But in the 9th inning, the Dodgers end the game Big Willie style. Will Smith with a pinch hit walk-off home run to right center, his 8th of the season. Dodgers win their 5th straight. Now to the Bronx. The Yankees leading the Angels 2-1 in the 5th inning. One swing of the bat. Joe Adell ties it with a blast to center, his 14th of the season. Yankees, their own worst enemy. Fernando Cruz walks 3 of the first 4 batters he faced in the 8th inning, loads the bases. Then with 1 out, Joe Adell with the grounder. Anthony Volpe can't handle it cleanly for the inning-ending double play, throws it away. Instead, Mike Trout comes across with a go-ahead run. The Angels go for a 4-game sweep of the Yankees tomorrow afternoon. And, of course, Mark, tomorrow could be the final game of the NBA season as the Oklahoma City Thunder look to win Game 6 and their first ever title, or we go to Game 7 on Sunday.
Okay, well, you'll be ready.
Okay,
Rob,
Mark,
thank you. Jimmy Kimmel Live is just 4 minutes away, and a preview is next.
New tonight. In downtown Los Angeles, Trump's ordered 2,000 more National Guardsmen. We already have thousands of people here with nothing to do. They're called actors, okay?
With Charlie Day, Jeff Ross, and Pixies. New Kimmel tonight on ABC.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. It's a commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
We're the Morgan Boys. I'm Matt. I'm Mike. And I'm Dan. We became injury attorneys just like our parents. Our family has been fighting for families like yours for over 35 years. So if you're injured, call Morgan & Morgan. For the people. For the families.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $11,000 on this Sierra 1500 model. We are professional grade.
Parade is the winner of the Tony Award for Best Musical Revival. And now it's coming to the Amundsen Theater in Los Angeles, June 17th through July 12th. See it before the parade passes by. Tickets at AmundsenTheater.org.
All that for only $5?
Hey everyone, it's snack time!
Get into it. Hack your snack for just $5.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've battled against insurance company giants, and we've won a lot. Injured? We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Now you pay what we pay with employee pricing from Ford, the same company that assembles the most vehicles in the country.
Employee pricing means you pay what we pay and drive away in your favorite Ford. Hurry in today.
Did you know that the Living Spaces Sleep Center has an exclusive line of mattresses? We work directly with our manufacturing partner to create and customize our Revive brand, ensuring excellent quality and major cost savings that we pass right along to you with unbelievable prices. From the supportive core of wrapped coils to the comfort layers and Green Guard Gold certified foam, we use only the best materials. Discover the Revive mattress difference only at the Living Spaces Sleep Center.
Your best sleep starts here.
Living Spaces.
Scan this QR code now to help feed SoCal. Together, we can feed millions of local families in need. Leslie Lopez, Southern California's weather leader.
As our director Mark says, here come the drums. Jimmy Kimmel Live is less than a minute away. Here he is with a look at tonight's show. Jimmy.
Thanks, Mark. Tonight, Charlie Day, the Roastmaster General, Jeffrey Ross, music from Pixies, and Trump spends all day playing with his flagpole. Next on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
That's it for us here at 11 o'clock. Eyewitness News returns tomorrow at 4 a.m. We're here 24 hours a day, streaming on the free ABC7 Los Angeles app. You can also check us out on social media and head to abc7.com/eyewitness to share your video of breaking news, weather, and more. You could see your images here on Eyewitness News. For all of us at Eyewitness News, I'm Mark Brown. Good night.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live.